Good afternoon and welcome to the results show of the Winner Takes It All class in the Concours Virtual, presented by Haggerty, and this class is sponsored by Worldwide Auctions. Worldwide Auctions are a boutique auction company and private sales house based in the US but with a global reach. So thank you very much for them for sponsoring this particular class. So, Winner Takes It All class, a very special class. We decided to put this class on because of lockdown in particular. So these are winners of Best in Show at global concours throughout the world. And from April the 1st, 2019 to March the 31st, 2020. So it includes a lot of the major concours, and we've invited them to come along with the Best of Show and present them for this particular class. And we've got an amazing collection. We've got 16 Best in Show winners here amongst the 12 cars on offer. So we have multiple award winners as well as those which have won single concours. I'm Jeff Love. I'm the Concours co-chair, and alongside me, David is the co-chair as well, and Dave Kinney, who's the chief judge within the concours and also the chief class judge in this particular class. So without further ado, David, take us through the third, second and first in the people's vote for this particular class.
Okay, so as Jeff has just said, some really fantastic cars. And not surprisingly, there's a real spread of votes across these because there's not a dud amongst them. Again, I'd urge you to have a look through. There's some very, very interesting cars here. In third place, we have, again, not exactly a shabby car. We have 1953 Ferrari 250 Europa with Vinale body. It was the winner at Concours d'Elegance Suisse and at Las Vegas Concours d'Elegance. So it's a pretty big hitter. It's a fantastic looking car. It was the 1953 Paris show car. So it's got some serious provenance. So congratulations. Second place, we have 1949 Bentley Mark VI 4-light touring saloon with body by Hooper. Now this car lives in Mumbai, and actually it was a Maharaja car from new. It's in an amazing rhubarb and custard colour scheme. It's got all manner of accessories in the back. There are little cabinets carved into the backs of the front seats, and they've got cut glasses in. There's cut glass toiletry items. There's all manner of bits and pieces in it. Really fantastically restored. It belongs to Johan Poonawalla, as I say, in Mumbai, and congratulations to him. Fantastic. In first place, we have a stunning car. 1948 Talbot Lago T26 Grand Sport, bodywork by Fagoni and Falaschi. Absolute legendary coach builder. It's owned by Robert Kudela in the Czech Republic. He has traced all the history. It's got a really good history right the way through. It was owned by the owner of a zip manufacturer from new. And if you look at the front of it, it's got little chrome sort of strips across the bonnet, and they're there to represent zips. This guy was known as the Zipper King. So, it's some great history, and it's a beautiful car. So congratulations, Robert. Fantastic result. I'll hand back to Jeff.
Great, thanks for that, David. And I have to say, this was the class which has had more votes than anyone, than any of the other classes. A huge number of votes coming in, very popular. We've seen it before, where particularly the Indian community get behind the Bentley, the Maharaja's cars. We had an amazing number of votes coming in from India for the Bentley. But it was pipped by the Talbot Lago, which had just an amazing amount of votes coming in. So great that we had so many people voting in this particular class. So David, very difficult class it must have been to judge And these cars have come, these are the creme de la creme of Concours globally. And we chose you to try and pick them out and identify a winner to go through to best of class. How did you and the team go about it?
You know, it's interesting because most of the people that we're dealing with in this have seen these cars in person as well as virtual. As a matter of fact, I have seen all three cars because I judged in India, I judged in Switzerland, and I don't judge at Pebble Beach, but I did see the car on the lawn at Pebble, the People's Choice First in Class. So it's very, very interesting because people had very, very solid opinions about the car, more so than they might have just seen the photos of the car for the virtual concours. And so we didn't have a lot of discussions that were out of the ordinary on this between the judges or with the judges. We actually chose our first in class very early on. Sometimes that happens that with our kind of, getting to the final rounds vote, you might say, one just bubbles to the top, and our first in class here did bubble to the top. There were, each of these cars, won a concours, and so they were each the type of car that we're looking for. A well-represented car that's already, been judged by other people to be the best in their show. So that did make it a little easier in some ways and more difficult in other ways. I'm very happy with our results, and I think that with the group of judges that we had here, very thoughtful, also very earnest judging. We had some discussion all the way through, but like I said, I think when the final votes came in, everybody said, yeah, that's the way it should be, even if they didn't vote, for the number one choice as their first choice. So it was interesting. It was fun. And all of these classes so far that I've been involved in have been a lot of fun. We've had great discussions, and it's great to catch up with people even through email that you only see on the lawn at a concours somewhere or at a car event or something like that. And with that, basically stopping in early March here in North America, it's a great reminder that we're all a global community, but we also have personal stories that we like to share with each other, and fun that we have, between the concours, that we catch up with people. So it's great for those of us on this side of it catching up as well. But I think we probably should go on to the results before too late here. Our number 3 car was a fantastic car. They're all fantastic, but this was a Alfa Romeo 8C 2300. The Alfa 8C is a legendary car. People, who see these cars just can't believe that this was being done at this time in Italy or anywhere else, because they're usually a fantastic race-bred car that sometimes has outrageous coachwork on it, and in this case, a very deserving car. Jeff, you have information about the ownership on this one?
Yeah, this one's owned by Peter Sachs. Yes.
Okay. Also a very well-known, great collector. So we're very happy that it was one of our finalists. The second one, which was no surprise to anybody who'd seen this car before, was an Assetto Fraschini. Always interesting cars, not a lot of them out there, and I'd say that that half of the cars remaining seem to show up in a 10-year period of time at car shows, because they're just so popular, and they always seem to be crowd favorites. So in a hard-fought battle, you might say, this car was our second place finalist, and our first in-class winner was Talbot Lago T26 with a fantastic Fagoni and Falaschi body. Peter Larson, one of our judges, is going to kill me for mangling it, and that's okay, Peter. He's going to sit me down one day and teach me how to say it properly. Fantastic body. You just heard the story from David about how this was the Zip King's car. All of these cars have a great history, and so much fun to judge. And like I said, fun, difficult, and easy all at the same time, which is a really, really unique combination.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for the deliberations of the judges there, and 3 amazing cars, which I think we would have been delighted if any of those three would have got through to the best of show. And I have to say they are, the Talbot Lago must be one of the front runners for the best of show in the Concours Virtual. It's such a lovely car, isn't it? And so well documented.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. You know, I'm working on that class right now as we speak, and it's going to be fun to find out what our judges' decisions are in that class, because we think it was difficult in this class. Now we've concocted the brew. We have everything stirring. We have the pot going. It's on the fire right now, and we'll soon know what the best in show is. Great.
Just to recap then, in third place from the judges' votes was the 1933 Alfa Romeo 8C 2300 Zagato Corto Spider, owned by Peter Sachs. In second place was the 1927 Isato Frascini Typo 8A Roadster, owned by Joseph and Margie Cassini. And first place, and going through to the best in show, is the 1948 Talbot Lago T26 Grand Sport Fastback Coupe by Figonia Filasci, owned by Robert Cadella. So an amazing collection of cars. Thank you very much to all of the collectors that put their cars forward into this particular class. Remember, we are raising money for UNICEF, a great cause at the moment. The lockdown continues, but for those in poorer countries, the children are in real danger and really need your support. So if you can, please give money to UNICEF and come back. As Dave Kinney said, we are now in the final throes of this particular concours. The results will be out on Sunday, and it'll be a tough battle. There's some amazing cars. We have here the Talbot Lago, but there's many others from the other 17 classes that have got through, each of them deserving in their own way as to a shout at the particular top prize. So please come back, enjoy the concours, and please give money to UNICEF. Thank you very much.